Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Importance of dawah in Islam. The word dawah generally means calling people towards Allah and His instructions. The act is commonly thought of being limited to religious matters like oneness of God, reading the Holy Quran in Arabic, Prophet ﷺ being the last prophet, believing in the prophets on the Day of Judgment, and offering salah. Rather, it is a complete package of advocating in favor of what is good. There could be two types of dawah, where the preacher tries to convey its message of religious convictions to non-Muslims through convincing dialogue. It can be the purpose of reminding other Muslims to do good, to do what the Prophet ﷺ did. And in Quran, it says, "And let there be arising from you a nation inviting all that is good and joining what is right and forbidding what is wrong, and those will be the successful people." Although it is a moral responsibility of any individual to spread a word of uprightness and try to stop others from unlawful activity, but for a Muslim, it is not only a task for an ethical point of view, but also a must-do action from a sacred standpoint as well. So it is one of the basic criteria for every Muslim to instruct fellow human beings, any people, because they are. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask us on the Day of Judgment, what did you do? I gave you so much things. I gave you all the resources, but you did not tell other people about me. All the prophets whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down on earth had one basic job to do, and that was dawah. Telling other people about dawah is a virtuous endeavor. It comes with receiving huge rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just like one gets eligible for obtaining his bounties as a result of spending in the way of the Almighty Allah, it means that incentives from this action are continuous in nature, as enlightening one's soul will result in the illumination of his future generations. A person can get the same reward as does its follower of Islamic teachings, but transforming other lives positively is no doubt a greater achievement than any other one. But dawah also helps in constant purification of one own soul and avoidance of shaitan's attacks when it learns about new Islamic lessons. Being successful in the hereafter. In Tirmidhi, it says that Prophet ﷺ said that whoever is asked by some knowledge that he knows and then he conceals it, he will be bridled with the bridle of fire. The above stated hadith shows that it is our job to explain to others about the useful information we have and bring that to light. If you do not do this, it is wrong on you. Speaking of a single good thing is also important. It might well be possible a subject which looks mere to us, very small to us, but it can transform life of another altogether. One kind word can change a person's whole day. So we should not hesitate from preaching about any other matter which has had a positive effect in our lives. Dawah means giving people, as dai means have a strong hold on every perspective of a given topic. If anyone asks you about a certain thing, you must tell them that. You must know the Sunnah and the Sharia. You must know every teaching about Islam. It means that incentives are very important. It is said that whoever calls others to guidance will have a reward like the rewards of those who follow him, without detracting from that reward in any way. And whoever calls others to misguidance will have a burden of sin like the burden of those who follow him, without that detracting of their burden in any way. Preaching, giving dawah, means putting people's hearts together. You bond people together, because it is from heart to heart. Being and is carrying out the Prophet ﷺ's work. The glorious Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had regarded this act, saying, "This is my way. I invite to Allah with insight, and those who follow me, and exalted is Allah, and I am not of those who associate others with Him." Being the people, the disciples of the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, it becomes our job to take up this good work which he left behind, which every prophet left behind. which every Sahaba left behind. If we call ourselves his true followers, the value of this deen in our life is evident from the fact that Musab ibn Umair anhu was sent to Medina by the Holy Prophet to educate them about the Islamic revelations. It means we should consider bringing people towards righteousness as accomplishing the finest work to do because of its connection with our beloved Prophet. In short, da'wah is a great act from Islamic ways, which benefits both the parties, the one who preaches and the one who learns, and leads to successful life on earth and the hereafter. Wa akhiru du'ana alhamdulillah.
पहुंच जाएंगे जिस दिन ए उजागर उनके कदमों में